Putting tape on your floor is a very useful thing to do. As you can see, I've sectioned off an area of the room where if I have my students standing up in front of their chairs, they know that I want them to stand behind this line. Next, I have a line that goes right up here to the middle of my smartboard. And there's some activities where I'll have students line up and I want them to line straight, and they'll run up to the board and then they'll go to the end of the line. And the next student will run up to the board and do something, and then they run to the end of the line. Also, you can add additional lines using vinyl tape for any activities that come up on the board time and time again. For example, one of my plans is I want to get 5 lines going up and down, because there's a lot of activities that will consistently display 5 different flashcards on my smartboard, and they're always displayed in exactly the same location. So I can have students stand on one of these lines that corresponds with a flashcard. Like maybe this line is rabbit and this line is tiger, and I say rabbit. They know they should go stand on the rabbit line. And then if somebody is still on the tiger line, then maybe I chase them. Oh, no, rabbit. Okay, good job. And the last thing that I want to share about putting lines on your floor, well, actually there's a few more things, but if you put down clear packing tape, that will do a lot to provide extra protection and longevity to your vinyl tape that you put down. This is just regular electrical tape, vinyl tape. If you look online, you can find it cheap. If you're in China, then you can for sure expect to find rolls of vinyl tape in your neighborhood stores, the little hardware stores that sell knickknacks. Very easy to find that. Although it is worthwhile to go online and pick a good brand. This tape here I got from 3M, which is a Western brand, as well known globally, and it's been on my floor for over a year now. And although a lot of the vinyl tape is gone, like from here to here, that vinyl tape is totally gone. This has stood the test of time. It is still here. It is still in dang near perfect condition. Also, when you are applying vinyl tape to your floor for the very first time, what you want to do is get a rag, perhaps slightly dampened, just a little bit damp, go over your floor to get any dust off of the area where you will be applying the tape. After you got the dust off, make sure it's dry. Go ahead and put the tape down, and then after you have applied your tape, you want to then take your rag and go like this over the tape. And as you push down on the tape, you will see the wood grain, especially if you look at it from an angle and let the light reflect back into your eyes. You'll see the wood grain coming through, and that's perfect. That tells you that you are making a perfect solid connection. And that's, of course, if you have a wood grain in the first place. But regardless of that, you want to make sure that you're pushing all around to make sure that the tape is making a very good connection with the floor. From having tape in my rooms, a few extra ideas I like to employ is I'm planning on putting down an extra bit of tape to show where the door opens and cordon off an area where I don't want anybody to stand if we're lining up. So they don't stand too close to the door. The teacher can stand in that area, open the door without obstruction. And I haven't done it in this room because it would be overkill with all the other lines and it's a small room. But I think there's a lot of value in having a line-up line. So you can have a line that goes away from the door. And it's nice and straight. So when it's time for your students to line up, they can just put their toes on that line and they'll be lined up perfectly.